explain more after the appointment once I have more information myself on things. But yeah, I love it. I love it. So, I ended up having to make myself a doctor's appointment because, well, let me back it up a little bit. During my second trimester, like later in my second trimester of pregnancy, I noticed down below, you know, your number 2 area, if you will, that I had hemorrhoids. I had one, and it wasn't really affecting me as much as it started to until I got into like the last 6 weeks, so 3rd trimester, because you have so much weight and stuff down there, and I was told it's a really common thing for pregnant women to get them. It just happens because of so much pressure or whatever down there. So unfortunately, that is something I have been dealing with for the last 3 months, because as you could imagine, from pushing, I had to push for 3 hours for childbirth. It made them really mad, and I ended up getting more of them. And it's not really something that, you know, people exactly want to like talk about, because it's in a really like, you know, private place. It's embarrassing, but it happened. It has happened to me. So I have been doing stuff like over-the-counter cream, taking Epsom salt baths. I use flushable wipes, which is something I was using long before that, because honestly, flushable wipes down there makes it way easier. It's way more comfortable instead of using like harsh, dry toilet paper. Just saying. So I use those still. I use stool softeners, so you know it's not like as hard down there when you're trying to go number 2. But no matter what, it's harsh, it hurts, it's not a great time. There is some blood involved, like bright red blood. They're angry all the time, and I've been dealing with them this whole time, and I was just sick of it, and I'm like, I need to get an actual like prescription, something that is like, it's going to, I know, take care of it and do what it needs to do instead of this over-the-counter bullshit. So I went to the doctor today, and obviously we were just talking about postpartum and everything in general. So I was prescribed, I don't even know how to say the word, so like I'm just gonna spell it. It's DILTIAZEM. 2% that, and then lidocaine 2%. It's a gel that I have to like put down there. She said to do it for a week, 2 times daily for a week, and then slowly just kind of wean off, and I will have more, so if, you know, it flares back up or whatever, then I can continue to just use what I have. But unfortunately, it is not, it's a compound medicine or whatever, so my normal pharmacy doesn't do that. Like a lot of just regular pharmacies don't do that. So there was one that was actually still like right close to home, like whole 10 minutes away from home, but they don't take insurance, so we have to go all the freaking way out to Cascade, which is like a half hour away, because they take insurance. So she was like, at first she was like, well, like I can give you the information, you can call both of them and like see how much it costs, blah blah blah. But like, listen, if I don't have to actually talk to people, because then that's a whole lot that I have to sit there and call 2 different places, and like anxiety. And I'm like, you know what, can you just go to Cascade? I don't give a shit. Like, if we have to drive to go get it, it is what it is, because like I need it. But I'd rather just have a place that takes my insurance and whatever. So that's where she had it faxed to. That's being sent. We're probably not gonna get that today. I was talking to Chance and was like, we're probably gonna have to get that tomorrow or something, because we have something to do actually tomorrow night anyways. But I also, I want to say about 5 years ago, during 2020, I was on Zoloft. If you don't know what Zoloft is, it is an anti-depression medication. I have been on a couple of them throughout the years, and Zoloft was the first one I tried, and it works absolutely wonders. It's great. Mentally, I could tell it was making a difference for me, but physically, it fucked my stomach up, because it's a, what do they call it, an SSRI like the type that it is, and those seem to really like wreak havoc on my gut, and that's what it did. That's why I stopped, and we had to go through a few others, and like I just feel like none of them ever worked like Zoloft did for me. But she said we're gonna try it again, and I'm okay with trying it again. I do have like a 6-month follow-up appointment afterwards to, you know, obviously see like how it's doing for me at that point. So we're gonna see if, like, I know it'll work for me mentally. That's why I'm like, I'm willing to give it a go. And why is because I have been, when I came to my 6-week postpartum checkup, like at my OB office, I was okay. But throughout these last 6 weeks, I have been getting a lot more irritable, a lot more stressed out. I mean, there's also like other outside things that, you know, have to do with that. But also I am currently, I haven't talked about this, but I still am employed. I still have my job, but I had 6 weeks of maternity leave that was paid, and then I did actually go through and I had an additional 2 weeks for parental leave, like baby bonding time, that was paid for. So I had 8 weeks that was paid for. Great. But I saved vacation and sick hours, and I basically tried to disperse those hours as long as I could. So I basically have an extra like 7 weeks now that I've already been using for work. However, I do not plan on going back to my job because things at my job, like before, like throughout the duration of my pregnancy and right at the end, things were not really going good for me at work in the way that I was honestly being like treated and how I felt there. And I've just like outgrown that job. So I am still employed there, and I have another job that is basically already lined up for me. I mean, I still have to go through like the process of everything, but I have another job that's pretty much kind of secured for me already when it's time. So right now I am still getting paid. I pretty much am getting paid all throughout this next month. But October is when all that ends. But Chance is actually getting a second job, and it's just because we have so many things and he has other things, and we just have a lot of debt right now that needs to get paid off. But after he does that for X amount of time and he kind of gets worn out on that, then we're gonna figure it out. And I think he's actually going to do like a second shift, so he will let me have first shift because we're both first shift people. But I told him, I was like, listen, I will become so depressed if I work any other shift than like first, because it's not me. I don't like to sit there, and it just feels like I'm wasting my day. So he's gonna like take that hit for me and do second so I can have first. So we're just figuring things out and doing what we need to do. But for right now, he's looking and planning on getting a second job, and then I'm pretty much gonna kind of be a stay-at-home mommy for a little bit until, you know, I get that job. So then we'll be working different shifts and then be home at night together. But I just, with that, I'm gonna be alone at home with our child 24/7, pretty much by myself, because he's gonna be gone from like 4:30 in the morning to probably almost 10:30 at night, if that's the job, because he's applied to a couple different places. But I think we're leaning more towards him staying on his job he has now and then working the second shift. So he's gonna be gone for hours every single week, you know. And so I know I get stressed out and irritated, and things get to me really easy because it's like, you know, I've had his help, you know. Baby's fussy and crying. A lot of times it's like, you know what, go to dad because mom's stressed the F out. But I'm not going to have that option. And I've already been dealing with a lot of things just mentally in the way I've been feeling about my body. As you guys know, if you've been watching me, I'm a very small person. I've always been 100 pounds or less my entire life. Very flat, very small, petite. But that's my body. That's what I'm used to. Like, that is me. And seeing myself with hips and a butt and having this pouch, you know, from pregnancy, and having the belly, and it's loose and flappy and like flips over, and having to get bigger size jeans for them to even fit over my back. It's a lot on me mentally, seeing myself, because I don't look like myself. I don't feel like myself. And it's really taking a toll now. Granted, yes, I know I'm only 3 months postpartum tomorrow. And a lot of it is, you know, people just keep saying, you know, give yourself the amount of time it took to grow him, so at least try to go back. The doctor, though, she doesn't sugarcoat anything, you know. She's like, I can't tell you that your body's gonna go back to how it was. I can't tell you that it's gonna stay how it is. She's like, nobody knows, because everyone's body is different. And like, I know that, and I think that's what's terrifying, because two things I've always been terrified of when it comes to pregnancy is, one, the weight, two, postpartum depression. So it's been a roller coaster the last 6 weeks for me mentally, and one of the biggest things is also, and I'm gonna try not to freaking cry, is Chunk. If you guys don't know who Chunk is, Chunk was my 23-pound cat. Anyone, you watch my YouTube videos, you see my social medias, anyone will know that I have been literally obsessed with my freaking cat since the day we brought him home. I'm not gonna cry, but September 21st will be a year. It's September 3rd today. Oh no, it's the 4th today. On the 21st will be the day I had to put him down. And last year, when all this happened, he basically got sick, and a week later I had to put him down. And then a week later after that, I found out I was pregnant. So there was no time to just sit and process. It was just, I'm pregnant, that's my life, this is what I'm focusing on, baby. And now that we're here and I'm going through things mentally, I miss my cat so much. I miss him, and I just want to like pick him up and cuddle him, and he's just been through, I'm not crying. He's been there throughout parts of my life, like the big, heartbreaking, stressful things going on in my life. So to not have him is really messing with me. His 1 year coming up, because like I want my baby so bad. I want to pick him up. I want to play fetch with his hair ties. I want to throw him his treats. I want to take a bouncy ball and throw it up the stairs and watch him chase it back down. I want to hear his meows, because he was a very talkative cat. I just like, I want him to follow me up the stairs and eat his food, because whenever someone was by his food bowl, he had to eat. It didn't matter. Mom's by the food dish, gotta eat. Mom's sitting on the toilet, got it, because it was in the bathroom. I miss him so much, and I know that's a lot of like the stress and like heartache that I've kind of just been like dealing with. So it's a lot. It's been a lot. I miss my cat, and I know like when his 1 year comes up, I'm probably gonna have a really rough, I believe it's on a Sunday, I'm probably gonna have a really, really rough Sunday. But honestly, thank God it's on a Sunday, just so like Chance is home, so like he can, you know, have the baby while I have a really rough mental day. So yeah, anyways, there's just been a lot going on, but I made the doctor's appointment pretty much because like I got physical things happening to me, and I'm just, yeah, postpartum is fun, guys. It's going great. Pretty much. Also, my hair is like fading back out already to orange. If you've been like looking at my socials and stuff like that, if you follow me on like Instagram, then you'll know. I miss my orange already. I think I like dyed it and I was already like, no. Which, you know, orange is my comfort color. It's just me. But yeah, so I'm actually gonna head to Meijer, because I use the Meijer pharmacy to go pick up my Zoloft. That should actually be ready, because now I've been sitting here talking to you guys for a minute. And then I think tomorrow I'm gonna try to get Chance to, because like I don't feel like driving all the way out to Cascade. That's another thing. It's really nice having a man, because he drives. If I don't have to drive, I don't want to. I'm not scared of driving. If I don't have to, I don't want to. So there's that. So it's like trying to get him to be like, babe, can we go get my booty cream? Thanks. But yeah, so that's the update. That's what's been kind of going on with me and things. So it's an embarrassing thing to talk about, but also I know it has happened to probably just about every pregnant woman. So if you're looking to get pregnant, be prepared that that might be an outcome for you, and it's not a fun time at all. So there's that. Yeah, also don't you worry, we have Mr. Scully in the back as always. He was in my other car. He will remain And no, I do not have child with me right now. Chances at work, I'm here, but grandma is currently watching him, so I did all this. But all right, I am on my way to the pharmacy and back home, so all right.